going to start. What snack do I want? Maybe a little squishy squash. Listen to this ASMR. Yeah. My favourite snack on the table or in general? I've always loved jelly beans. Here's a really cute story for you all. Jordan and I did long distance. Please hold whilst I chew the bean. Jordan and I did long distance for, well, all in all, like 2.5 years in 2 different stints. Joe's here, by the way. And he used to meet me at the train station. He went to uni in Guildford. And he'd meet me with a packet of jelly beans from Tesco, actually, funnily enough, which is where these are from, shout out, and the milk bottles. And every time I'd go see him, he'd meet me with them. And every Valentine's Day now, he still gets me milk bottles and jelly beans, which is really sweet. And that's why meaningful present, like that must cost him 89p, maybe? A bit more than that. But it's just still so lovely. So that's why I love jelly bean. So I think actually I did have a question about long distance. Let me have a little, see if I can find it. Here it is. Oh, okay. This lovely girl asks, how do I approach breaking up with my boyfriend of 5 years? He's moved away, we're doing long distance, and it's just not the same. Okay. Now, I firmly believe that everybody should do long distance at some point, however long that distance is. Jordan and I, it was 189 miles the first time. The second time, I fucked off to France. So I think doing long distance is always a really good challenge for a relationship for many reasons. It tests your trust. It tests your communication skills. It tests how much you actually want to put your effort into that relationship. You haven't gone into the reasons why you don't feel like it's working. Maybe it is just that lack of communication. So 4 years. 5 years. How long have you been long distance for? That is my first question. If it's been a couple of weeks and this is the first time you've had doubts about your relationship, I would give it another month or so. Really allow things to settle down. When Jordan and I did long distance, we said, we'll FaceTime every night. We'll go see each other every 2 weeks. That's not realistic, unfortunately. When you're in the situation, you learn what is palpable for the both of you. So if it's only been a few weeks, just stick at it a little bit longer. Maybe voice your concerns to your partner, to your Steve, and just say, I'm really not doing well here. I'm feeling a little bit neglected. Like, you're not chatting to me as much. Really try and push for it to work. How do you have an end date to the long distance as well? That's also a really, really important thing when it comes to going long distance and in a relationship. You both need to know that by the time uni's finished or by the time the job contract is up in 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it is, you're going to be coming back to each other. It's a countdown. It's not ideal, but you have a deadline to work to and always have that next time. So before you leave him on the Sunday night, before you go back to work on the Monday, you know that in 6 weeks' time, you're going to see him again. You did say boyfriend, didn't you? I don't want to assume that it was your boyfriend, not your partner. Yeah, boyfriend. So, however, if it's been a year and you've just sort of decided that this really is not right for you, not a problem. I think you need to work out what isn't working, give him a chance to correct and fix that first. If that's not happening, it's tricky. Depending on how far apart you are, if you can see him in person, always give the respect to the other people, to the other person, and to yourself of doing it in person. Give them the chance to speak back to you and get their frustrations and their emotions out, as well as you getting yours out. I wonder what the reason is. I just say, like, listen, I need a partner that is going to be close to me 24/7. I need physical contact, and that's obviously not possible for us. I know that you've done the best, and I appreciate you trying so hard to make this work, and we both have put so much effort in. However, I don't feel like it's benefiting either of us. You're dealing with me being frustrated over time, which is going to put pressure on you, and I don't want that. You've just got to make sure that it is leaving both on good terms. I always say this, when you're having difficult conversations with your partner, with your friends, with your family, whoever, not everything has to be a big argument. Not everything has to be this massive blowout and passion and anger. And he might be feeling very similar. And, that would be an ideal situation. You both come to the conclusion together. You part ways. You maybe say, listen, this isn't working right now. Maybe we could revisit this, but it's both detrimental to everyone involved. That's how I'd approach it. If it isn't possible for you to see each other in person, it's got to be on FaceTime. You need to see each other's face. Don't ever break up with someone over text. That is fucking brutal. I think that just, it's a cowardly move to break up with someone over text. You need to be able to look someone in the eye, I think. And also, I feel like texting is really calculated. Like, you're not speaking from the heart. You're curating this breakup, basically, instead of just saying what comes out. Long distance is really, really tough. It's really tough. But if you can get through it, like I said, if it is something that is quite a recent thing, push through it. It's so rewarding and you will come out way stronger. I knew people that said they'd been together for 5 years, the same amount of time you and your boyfriend have been. And they were like, nah, fuck that. I'd never do long distance. I'd just break up. I just find that bizarre. Like, you're with your partner out of convenience then, not out of wanting to build a life together no matter what. What about sickness and in health, for rich, all of that jazz. You're just in a relationship with them because it's close to you. Very strange. I see, very strange. But long distance can be very rewarding. If you're out there in a long distance relationship, take on the tips that I've given you, because when I've given them to other people that have done it, they found them quite helpful. Jordan and I did it when I was 16 to 18. And then when I was 20 to 21, again, in Paris, which that is a whole different ballgame because you've got a different country. You've got to add into different time zones. That obviously disrupts communication and how you're going to communicate with that person. Another little tip is, if you're finding that when you come to each other at the end of the day, you've got nothing to talk about, just don't talk in the day. Send a little morning babe message, hope you slept well. Don't talk for the rest of the day. And then you've got things to chat about at night. That's how a normal relationship functions. If he goes off to work, you're not calling, texting all throughout the day. If you are, great. But the majority of people, I don't feel like that is happening. You're just giving the odd update here and there. So I hope that goes all right for you and it's not too stressful. It's also going to be tough on you as well, post-breakup. So look after yourself. Make sure you've got good friends. Maybe let your friends know. Speak to your friends. See what they think. They know you and your partner better than I do. I'm just some lass on the internet with some eye patches on.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week. I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS. I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.